Okay, Assalamualaikum brothers and sisters. So the next experiment I'm going to show you is the operational amplifier that I'm going to configure as inverting amplifier. Okay, so although your op-amp shaped like a triangle, actually it's a chip like this. Okay, so there's an indicator at the top here, which means that it is pin number 1. The trick to make sure that you're not going to short each leg is to put it in the middle of this divider here. So I'm going to press it down like that. So now I know that this top corner is my pin number 1. So in your manual, this is the inverting amplifier circuit. Okay, so for inverting amplifier, the gain is minus RF over R1, right? So in this demonstration, I'm going to use RF as 3 kilo ohm and your R1 is 1 kilo ohm. So what is going to be your gain? It will be minus 3. Okay, so I'm going to construct this. The first thing I'm going to do is the power supply, which is connected at pin 7 and pin 4. Okay, so pin 7 is connected to a positive 15 volt power supply. Okay, so pin 7 is, the way to know which the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this is my pin 7. Okay, make sure it is at the same row. And then I'm going to define a node as a ground at pin 3. So I'm just going to give ground at pin 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this node will be my ground node. Okay, my pin 4 is connected to a minus 15 volt supply. Okay, so my pin 4 is here and my ground for this power supply is here, and my ground for this power supply will be here. Okay, just to make it easier. Okay, in this circuit they use a capacitor in order to reduce the noise. So this capacitor here, okay, there is a stripe, okay, and a shorter leg and longer leg. So the shorter leg is your negative terminal. Okay, so you want to connect the positive one at pin 4. So this is my positive pin 4, and the negative leg should be at the ground. Because the leg is short, I'm going to create a ground for my capacitor. I know, so many jumpers, but somehow that's the way to do it. Right. Okay, so capacitor done, power supply done. Okay, now I'm going to put the resistor. So this is my 1 kilo ohm. 1 kilo ohm is at pin 2. Okay, so this is my pin number 2. So basically there is no connection at pin 1 and pin 5, right? So it's my 1 kilo ohm, and then my 3 kilo ohm is connected between pin 2 and pin number 6. So pin number 6 is the output pin. So pin number 6 is where? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my pin number 6. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it here, right? Okay, so input will be fed here, which is the function generator. I'm going to create a sine wave as well. I'm just going to use the same input, 1 kilohertz and 2 volt peak to peak. So the amplitude is 1. What will be the output? It will be minus 3, because the gain is minus 3. I'm going to give the input of sine wave here. Okay, and the ground. And I'm going to look at the output at pin 6. Okay, now the power supply. I'm going to turn it off first. Okay, so I'm going to use channel 1 and channel 2. Okay, for the power supply. Okay, so I have connected the power supply. So this is my positive power supply. This is my negative power supply at pin 4. And this is my function generator here. Okay. So you can see here for the power supply, I have set channel 1 as 15 volt, which is the positive 15 volt. And then for channel 2, you can see I switch between the black cable and the red cable. so that the black will be at the positive and the red one will be at the negative, so that I'm giving a negative 15 volt to pin 4. Okay, so that's for the power supply. And then the function generator, as usual, I have set 1 kilohertz and 2 volt peak to peak, and my oscilloscope is ready, just waiting to be connected to my input and output of my op-amp. Okay, so the output is at pin 6, which is here, the ground. So here, this is also ground. Okay, and then I also would like to view my input signal. So just put another ground here, and my input is fed at this node. Okay, so I think I'm ready. So I'm going to use channel 2 for my output. Okay, now second one is my input signal here. Is the ground for my input signal. So now let's have a look at the oscilloscope. Okay, so you can see here, channel 1 is my input, channel 2 is my output. So you can already observe the inverting going on. Okay, and the peak to peak, channel 1 is my input, 2 volt peak to peak, and channel 2 is 6 volt peak to peak, which means that the amplitude is 3. Okay, and during positive cycle, you can observe it is inverted. So I have bring both signals to the same axis, and I make sure that the volt per division is the same, so that you can observe the amplification of the input signal, but the gain is negative. That is the inverting amplifier.